The Christmas break is finally over, and with that being said, we are about halfway through the 2024-25 season, so I have decided to create my team of the season so far across the top 5 leagues. Before I get into this video, this was a very difficult team to make because obviously there are some incredible players in each of these leagues, and obviously I can't fit everyone into this team. So I have done my best to try and give you guys the best 11 so far in the 2024-25 season. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Starting off with the goalkeeping position, I thought this was between two players, David Raya and Jan Sommer, but I have gone with the Arsenal man, David Raya. Arsenal have been playing very good this season, currently sitting in second place, and they have conceded the least amount of goals with only conceding 18. Now, obviously their back line, including the center backs and the full backs, are very good, but David Raya has been absolutely incredible this season. In his first 20 matches played, he has only conceded 18 goals, meaning that he is conceding under 1 goal in every single game, and he has also kept 7 clean sheets, which is very good and amongst some of the highest in the Premier League. He is very good at claiming balls from crosses, corners, and also free kicks, and there has also been many times where he has acted as a sweeper keeper to come out and claim the ball. So I think that this was a very difficult decision, but I think David Raya has just about done enough to be considered as the best goalkeeper so far this season. Moving on to the right back, I've gone with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I want to give a quick shout out to Ola Aina because he has been a very good right back in the Premier League this season. But in my opinion, with how good Liverpool are playing, I had to include Trent in this list. So far this season, he has started 17 matches and he's already gotten 4 assists and 1 goal. And this is nothing new to Trent Alexander-Arnold. We know how good he is on the attack ever since he's been at Liverpool since 2016 and he's been playing in the main team. He's been very good at helping out with the attack, pushing up, acting as a overlapping fullback, putting crosses into the box. He is absolutely incredible. But in my opinion, this season, Trent Alexander has been very good in the defensive areas, where last season and maybe the season before, he was heavily criticized for this part of his game. But this season, he has been doing much better, and he already has almost 73% of tackles won on the defensive end. Moving on to the first center back position, I've put Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk, in my opinion, is definitely back to his best. This season, he has looked absolutely incredible on the defense, and he's also gotten a goal and an assist so far in the Premier League. I remember last season, there was a few people saying that Van Dijk is past his prime. He didn't look as strong or as fast as he once was. But this season, he is proving everyone wrong. He is still the best defender in the world. He is strong, he is fast, his interceptions are incredible, his heading ability is some of the best in the world. I think he has definitely been the best center back so far this season. Moving on to the left center back. Now this may be a little bit of a controversial shout, but I've gone with Alessandro Bastoni. Obviously there are definitely a few other players that could have been in this spot, like Gabriel of Arsenal or even Buongiorno of Napoli, but in my opinion, Bastoni deserves the recognition. In the Serie A this season, Alessandro Bastoni already has 5 goal contributions in his first 17 games, which means he's averaging almost 1 goal contribution for every 3 games he plays. But in terms of his passing ability and his playmaking ability, in my opinion, he is the best center back in the world for this, as he has a 91% pass accuracy in the Serie A alone, and he's completed almost 1,000 successful passes from the back. That is absolutely incredible, and those stats rank among some of the best in the world. His ability to play long balls from the center back position to the wingers, to switch it across to the right side, is very good and something you rarely see from center backs. In my opinion, he is definitely a world-class player and could possibly be one of the best, if not the best, center back in the world. Moving on to the left back, and it is another Inter Milan player, I've put Federico Di Marco. Again, this is another controversial shout because I think Alejandro Grimaldo has also been very good this season. But in my opinion, I think Di Marco has just been a little bit better. So far in the Serie A, he already has 6 goal contributions with 3 goals and 3 assists in his first 17 matches, which is very good for a fullback. But again, similar to Bastoni, what makes him very unique for players of his defensive position is his incredible passing ability. He has 85% pass accuracy in the Serie A, and he's already created 31 chances in the Serie A alone, which is very, very good. That's almost 2 chances for every single game he plays. He is one of the main reasons why Inter Milan have been so good both in the Serie A and in the Champions League, with his incredible ability to push up the pitch, to send in crosses into the box, to put in amazing corner kicks. He is a fantastic player and a very similar player to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Moving on to the midfield and starting off with the defensive midfielder, I've gone with no other than Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch didn't really have the most convincing season last year with Liverpool, and a lot of people thought that he may be a flop. But so far this season, he has been absolutely incredible, and he has been so important to their success. A lot of people have been saying that Liverpool's success comes down to their defense or to their attack with Mohamed Salah, but Ryan Gravenberch in the middle of that midfield has been so important, from transitioning the ball from defense to attack, from making key passes, from putting in tackles in the middle of the field and progressing the ball quickly. He has been so important. His stats don't really show how good he's been, as he's only gotten 2 assists from his first 19 games in the Premier League. But if you watch him play in the Premier League, in the Champions League, he has been so important and definitely deserves to be in this team. Moving on to the next midfielder, I have a pretty obvious one. It is Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is once again having a very good season with Real Madrid. Now, it might have been a little bit of a slow start, as for the first 5 or 10 games of the season, Real Madrid weren't really looking that convincing. But in recent games and in recent months, he has really stepped up his game, and he looks like one of the best midfielders in the world again. In his first 15 games in the La Liga, he's already gotten 7 goals and 5 assists. Now, mind you, he is playing more of an attacking midfielder role, but these stats are still very good for a midfielder. And with Jude Bellingham's ability to still help out on the defense, to run for the whole game, to put in amazing interceptions, to get amazing tackles, he is definitely a very good midfielder. His passing ability, his dribble success rate, and the amount of touches he gets every single game makes up for why I think that he is definitely one of the best midfielders, and especially attacking midfielders, in the world. Moving on to the other midfielder, I've put Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is strictly an attacking midfielder. He doesn't do that much on the defense like a player like Jude Bellingham, but in terms of what he provides on the attack, I think he 100% has to be in this team. In his first 20 games in the Premier League, he already has 13 goals and 6 assists, meaning that he is averaging almost 1 goal contribution for every single game he plays. And similar to last season, he is the heartbeat of this Chelsea team. Without him, Chelsea would be nowhere near as good as they are. Now, obviously, this season we have seen other midfielders like Caicedo and Romeo Lavia step up and play very good. But I still think that Cole Palmer is definitely the most important player in this team. Moving on to the attack and starting with the right wing position, we have none other than Mohamed Salah. In the Premier League, after only playing 19 games, he's already gotten 18 goals and 13 assists. That's 31 goal contributions in 19 games. It's honestly crazy how much he is scoring. He is getting almost 1 goal per game, and he's also averaging an assist every other game. He has been so good for Liverpool, and obviously the main reason why they have been so good in terms of their attack. In terms of his passing, his pace, his shooting, his dribbling, his playmaking, I'm not even glazing Mohamed Salah. I'm not even a Liverpool fan, but I'm just being honest. He is an incredible player, definitely the best attacker this season. And in my opinion, looking at next year's Ballon d'Or, I think he is definitely first place in that race. Moving on to the left winger position, this may be another controversial shout. I've gone for Ademola Lookman. So far in the Serie A, he's only started 13 games and he's gotten 9 goals and 5 assists, meaning that he's averaging over 1 goal contribution for every single game he starts. And if you look at what he's done in the Champions League for Atalanta, he's been very good. Obviously, he did recently win the African Player of the Year, which in my opinion was definitely deserved. He had an incredible year, and this season he is not stopping. Every time he's on the pitch, he's making things happen. He's getting goals, he's getting assists. His dribbling is very good. He has a very unique way to get by defenders, and when you watch him play, in my opinion, he is one of the most exciting attackers in the world. And finally, moving on to the striker position, I have gone with Robert Lewandowski. Now, within the last month or so, Lewandowski hasn't been performing as good as he was before that, and Barcelona in general have fallen off a little bit within their previous 5 or 6 games. But I still think that he is definitely the best striker in the world. With that front three of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski, I've already made videos talking about how I think they are the best front three in the world this season. They are so good. They work very good together. They are amazing at passing the ball between them. They are amazing at creating chances and getting high quality shots, and that's why Lewandowski scores so many goals. On average, for every 2 shots on target that Lewandowski has, he scores 1 goal, which is a very high percentage. And obviously, like I just said, with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha on either side of him, it makes his chances very high quality, very high percentage, and that's why he scores so much. And finally, a quick shout out for the manager of my team. I have put Arne Slot. He has been the best manager in the world this season, no doubt. Coming into this Liverpool side, there was a lot of expectations for him, and he has completely surpassed all the expectations. First in the Premier League, first in the Champions League. There's not much else to say. And that is the end of my video. That is my team of the season so far in 2024-25, as we are halfway through the season. If you guys agree with my team, let me know in the comments down below. But if you disagree with my team, as I think a lot of you guys probably will, remember to leave your team in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to reply to every single comment. And obviously, if you guys did enjoy this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.